So good morning, guys. You find me at that Escape car park in Castleford. Reason being, last night I stopped just over there somewhere because there's a charging point. My battery was at about 60%, so I decided to plug in and charge up the battery, my leisure battery, charge it up to 100%. The reason being, I'm going to be the next 9 days off grid without any option of having to plug in and charge. And the last few days, the energy from the solar has been more or less nearly nothing. So I thought I'd better top up just to make sure and see how long the battery will last. But while I'm here, just over my shoulder, I think, yeah, just there, we do have a Wetherspoons. So I thought, why not? Give it a try. Let's go and have some breakfast. Well, I've got my seat by the window, so I've got something nice and simple and light. Tea and toast. Waiter's turned up already with a mug full of tea. I'm going to go and get that and let's see what I get on my toast. Well, it's turning out to be a beautiful day today so far. But here, I've got my tea. Breakfast arrived. Like I say, a light breakfast, tea and toast. I'll show you what I've got. Here is 2 slices of toast. I've got my Lurpak. And I opted for jam, so I've got a jam. There's my tea. Let's get stuck in. Well, I've got to say that I really enjoyed that. As they say, it filled the gap. But onwards we go. I'm going to Humber Campfest. But on the way, I'm going to stop at Ferrybridge Services, get myself a free shower. So I'm at Humber Campfest. It's day 2. Yesterday I was going around just chatting to a few people, just mingling. But I did have a little bit of a disaster. My flag, which you can see up there, it was a bit windy yesterday and my actually flagpole broke. So it's now half the size of what it used to be. So I'm in the market for another flagpole. So I'll get one a bit later, but it's okay for now. So this is the spot where I am. I just have a quick whiz round. Right, it's stuck in the middle with other vans and tents and everything. But I'm just going to head off now to the main area and see what I can find. Let's go. So this is Humber Campfest. So it's the first time coming here because it's the first time this event has been put on. It's a good place. It's at Winterton Showground. Like I say, good place, and there's plenty of space for this event to grow and get bigger and bigger. But it's a good event. All the people here you meet, as usual, with the Vanlife community, all nice and friendly. All got stories to tell. Good to go around and you know, talk to people. And yeah, here we've got the usual. We have the wellness centre. We have an acoustic stage. We have a main stage as well. You got the food vendors here. You got the traders here as well. And it's a good atmosphere. So let's have a look at Humber Campfest from above. Well, on this video, I've decided to do something a little bit different. I've decided to include a couple of interviews. And the first interview is with a guy called Adam. And he has what's called an Overlander, which is basically ex-army or big vehicle, obviously big wheels, 4x4, some of them are 6x6, but this is a 4x4 version. And so we're going to have a chat with Adam all about his Overlander. So let's meet the owner of this fantastic vehicle. It's Adam. So hello, Adam. How are you?
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
So I have met you before at other shows, but I've got an opportunity today to come and actually speak to the owner of the vehicle. So tell us a bit about it. What made you want to get an Overlander?
Well, I didn't originally. I was after a little Volkswagen camper van, but I couldn't afford one for £30,000, so I thought I could build something cheaper. So I built this for 17.
Right, that's very good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the truck was £6,500, and the box was £1,000, and the tyres were £2,000. Then everything else is just second-hand Facebook Marketplace finds.
Yeah, so how did you find it? Were you just looking at vehicles and you came across this one?
No, I went to go buy a Land Rover bulkhead from Crouch Recovery and ended up buying a lorry.
Yeah.
And then I had to do my licence to be able to drive it, because I never got my licence first.
So this vehicle, what does it weigh?
All in all, I'm just over 8 tonne. Just over 8 tonne.
So what licence do you need to drive this?
C1 licence.
So C1 licence.
You can do it under 7.5 tonne for grandad rights, but you're really limited on what you can do water-wise and how you build it and that. You know, I did try and keep it under 7.5, but yeah, I've got over 8 now.
So how old is the vehicle?
1993.
And it's a Leyland
DAF T244. Yeah. The truck's 93. The box is 1953, I think, or 1954. It was off Old Bedford.
And I've been talking to you outside, and basically you want to keep the military look.
Keeping the military look, yeah. So we can get into all the military shows. Next year, you see me, I'll have the I've got the right gear for the windows, and I've got the gun mount for the top of the cab. So yeah. It's going to be fun.
I do like your telescopic mount. Where you get your flag on.
Yeah, that's a. I have got the big aerial what goes on top of it, what spins around, but it's too much hassle to put it up. So I just put a flag on the internet up on there, like, you know, and it works. We've got the internet all the way around the site, and it's quite good, really. Yeah.
I must admit, you do get a lot of interest in your vehicle.
Oh, loads. Yeah. We're not even showing, but I've been showing it most of the weekend. But yeah, it's good. Yeah.
And how long has it taken you to get to this stage?
5 years. Yeah. I've been doing it for about 5 years now.
So it's definitely a labour of love.
It is a proper labour of love, yeah, and there's lots of things need to be changed now. So, you know, now I've been living with it for a bit, I know the bits I've done wrong. So I've got to, you know, redo bits on it as it is, like, you know.
Well, they do say that even with my van, it's never finished.
It's never going to be finished. No, you'll never get it finished. No, my bathroom, I'm nowhere near finished yet, and you know, I spend most of my time showing people, around, or you know, finding gun mounts for the top of the cab I don't need and stuff. And you know.
So the wheels on it, how big are the wheels?
They're 20 by 12s, I think they are, and they were Michelin's, and they were £400 a tyre. They are, so right. that was a bit of a stinger. But
which sounds a lot, but for the size of it, I think that's not too bad.
No. My mate's Range Rovers are 380 quid. So you know, and they are Michelin, and when you're talking things like this, lorries, you're not allowed the front tyres over 10-year-old. So I had to change them anyway. So. Yeah, you're into the 10-year tyre law. So
this it's not something you live in full time. It's just
not at the minute.
No,
I will do. That's the idea. I've got the trailer to go with it to convert as well. And then when the kids have grown up and left, I'll be in it full time. Like, you know.
And do you have the usual? I can see we've got some equipment behind you. You got the solar panels.
Yeah. That's I had to buy a Victron solar controller because the one I had on it was a cheap one and it burnt out. And that's my internet and TV, internet and solar controller. And that's enough for me.
Yeah, I heard you buying something for the top, for
the top of the cab. I've found the gun mount, so I can mount a. I'm not going to mount a gun. I'll probably have a Nerf gun on there or something, or a big water gun. But I've found the original gun mount that goes on top of the cab, which you can't find. Yeah. And so most of them go to Ukraine. It still fits most of the modern trucks, like, you know. So I found one of them, and I should have that on in a couple of weeks. And
then I ask a lot of people what's your fuel economy like?
16 miles to the gallon. Driving steady at 55. Yeah. So about 16 miles to the gallon. So it's not good.
And what size is the engine on this?
5.9. 5.9 Cummins. Yeah.
And obviously, you're restricted to speed. My ambulance, I'm restricted to 60 mile an hour. So
I don't get to 60, so I'm all right. Yeah, I'm about 55. You know,
it's the fastest you've done.
55. Yeah, that does me. Any more than that, and you're down 12 miles to the gallon, sort of thing. It will go faster, but you know, fuel economy.
So what have you done to the vehicle then? So obviously, did you buy the chassis as one? And then you found the box.
Yeah, I bought it, and it was a flatbed with a canvas top on it, and the idea was to put ammo boxes in the back and have it as a mobile tent, and then me and the kids were gonna go off and then just live in the canvas back, and then I found this box for £1,000 on Facebook Marketplace, and went from there. Bought an old caravan, stripped it out, took the table and the chairs out, and the units were 40 quid off Facebook Marketplace, and everything's pretty much second hand.
It seems your favourite place, Facebook Marketplace.
It's just nice and cheap, mate. You know, it's the whole truck's cost me £17,000 to build so far, and I'm going to keep it under 20 grand. But a lot of these Overlanders, you see, they're 70, 80, £100,000.
Oh yeah, I've seen people's pay like 100,000 for the vehicle and spend 200 on the body.
Yeah, well, the chaps we've just been talking to, I think they're into theirs nearly 80, and it's the same as this. You know, but a little bit nicer inside, but they can do it depends what you want out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
So this is the last show you're going to.
Last show of the year, yeah.
Where, I know it might seem a long time off, but where can we find you next year?
Slumber on the Humber. I'll be back here, Humber Campfest. And then we've got, I'll go down to the one at Shrewsbury. Rekindle, that's the one you want to go to. That's going to be a good one, really good one.
I'm going to the Shrewsbury one as well.
Yeah. That's quite good. You've been before?
Yeah, first time this year, yeah.
Yeah, that's quite good. That's a good one, big one. Yeah.
Well, Adam, thanks for showing us around your fantastic vehicle.
No, brilliant.
I hope your gunter it works out.
You'll love it. I'll get you a picture in it next year.
Any other modifications, yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us have a look around your
vehicle.
No
worries. Yeah, no, good to speak to you, mate. Yeah.
So I'm here on day 3 at Humber Campfest, and I've come along to this vehicle here. I'll just spin around so you can see it. This used to belong to the fire department. It's a van called Serenity, and we're going to meet the owner, Gary, because as well as having this fantastic van, he has another talent. Let's go inside and speak with Gary. So Gary, welcome.
Hello mate, you alright?
How are you doing? You okay, yeah?
Yeah, good, thank you.
So tell me a little bit about your van first.
Well, it's ex-fire service. I seen it on the internet, went down, had a look, brought it like. It was loaded with seats, sectioned off about a third of the way from the rear, with shelving units and everything, obviously for fire department equipment like. So I thought, yeah, lovely looking van, good history, new engine in it, so everything ticked all the boxes. So I thought, yeah, this will be a good base to build a camper on.
And had it done a lot of miles?
It had done 58,000 miles as a van, but the engine, when it was put for sale, had low compression, so they ended up putting a new engine in it from Ford in Hope Valley, Derbyshire. That's where the van originated from. So it got about 1,200 miles on the engine when I bought it. So absolute bonus like.
That's it, yeah. And how long have you had the van?
I've had it about 18 months now. Yeah, probably about 18 months.
Yeah.
We bought it March last year. We used it all last year as a bare van with just a mattress and obviously amenities, etc. With views to testing it out, worked a treat. So November time last year I started the build. My only brief was the size of the bed, because I wanted to make sure we'd got a good night's sleep. So I marked out the dimensions of the bed that I wanted. The walkway at the angle was an important factor as well for utilising the space to the maximum. And so that was my brief, and then I just started to build from the ground up. And this is how it came. I had a bit of a vision in my mind. This was pretty much the vision as I saw it, with the scalloping, etc. The upholstery pins, they were a little extra that came to my mind as I was doing the build like. And then obviously all the different features like the handles and hinges and the caps for the screws, etc. They all came as an afterthought as I was progressing with the build like. There's lots of little nooks and crannies on it as well. I mean, like the little table that lifts out, it's got legs that come down, so we've got a little bit of space there for when we're cooking. I've done the same this side for the sink, so you can again lift that. It's got the folding legs, all my water storage, etc. is under there. Nice little bowl there for the sink. So yeah, it all worked out quite well like. The plan wasn't to put the cooker there and the fridge there, etc. This all came to light as I progressed with the build like. I did want to keep my cooker, that's my camping cooker, because it's got the 2 rings and the grill. That can come off and go under the bed for storage when we're travelling. And then we have a cushion here that fits onto that piece there and makes an extra seat in like. So same with the settee. I had the mattress made from a company up in Derbyshire, Jamsey Ted's Beds it was called, and I sent him the dimensions of how I wanted it to fold, etc., and the length of the 3 individual pieces. They made a cover, put it all together, and it forms a lovely settee there. We can pull all that forward if we want, so the settee sits about there, and also at the end of the day we can pull that straight out, that drops down, and we've got a lovely great big bed.
And I like your ceiling as well, don't you?
Yeah.
As soon as you shot, yeah.
Yeah, I painted the ceiling. I thought I want something different. I was going to go for a slatted wood effect like, but I think, well, a lot of people are doing that, so I thought I'll just have a go at paneling it and paint it. So I had a look on YouTube, watched a few videos like, and had a go. and the effect that I've got up there is quite nice, and it's not difficult to do. If you've got a little bit of creative ability, it's just a simple stencil, some spray cans, and away you go. And you'd be able to do a feature like that yourself quite easily.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So it's a fantastic van, but we're not here for that as such. There's a clue, because on the settee, and also what you've got on your lap as well, is tell me about the guitars. These that you make yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Well, these are 3-string cigar box guitars, is what they're known as. There's a chap called C6 Steve who's a little bit more in the mainstream eye at the moment, which has brought a little bit of attention to these. But the history of these, it goes back to sort of the early 1900s, when the lesser fortunate people that probably worked on estates, big manors, etc., stately homes, had very little, was very musically inclined and wanted to do their own thing. So cigar boxes were probably readily available at these places, because obviously the lord of the manor probably likes to have his cigar and a glass of wine, whatever. And so they probably found that these had got a nice little bit of resonance, stuck a broom handle in, find some strings, and next thing there was playing music. And that's the inspiration for these. My remit for making these, they've obviously got to play because it's an instrument, and they've got to look quite attractive. In the event that you buy one, you don't learn to play it, you can always hang it on the wall and it'll be a nice little talking piece.
So how long does it take you to make one of these?
It varies. If you're doing laminated necks, obviously you've got to glue the woods together. They want 24 hours to cure, so that it's proper set like. And then I think if I was to put a figure in hours from start to finish, you're probably looking at probably about 20 hours, depending. The necks contain the most work, because you've got to saw all the fret slots. You then have to knock all the frets in individually. These then have to be filed down and dressed, so that obviously when you're running your fingers along the neck, you're not going to have sharp edges that cut your fingers or anything. All these frets need to be level, so you get what's called a fret beam, which is a square engineer machined piece of metal that you can rest on the frets, and then that will show you if you've got any high spots. So yeah, most of the work is in the neck, and then again, whatever creative talent you may have, whatever individual items you might want to put onto the box, again depends on time. I've left this heel long because it's my intentions to carve a skull on there with a Dremel, but my Dremel skills aren't great at the moment, so that's on hold for the time being. But yeah, this is one of them.
So can you use any guitar, any cigar box?
Yeah, anything. It hasn't got to be a cigar box, any box really. That is, for an example, that was a book, the shape of a book, and it was just a storage box which I found on the internet, and I thought, well, that's a good size and will make a nice resonator, which is this little dish here. This isn't electric, purely acoustic. I think it might be out of tune, that. That's just an acoustic one, and that's better to be used with finger picks and probably a slide.
Yeah, so I'm not a musical guy, but obviously normal guitars have 6 strings, and they've got 3. So does that limit the tunes you can get out of it?
Not really, no. Obviously you've only got half the strings of a normal guitar, and just to even make it a little bit simpler, 2 of the strings are tuned to the same note, which is the note of G in this case. The middle string is tuned to the note D, and all together they give what's called the chord open G, which means when you play that you've got a chord playing. But from a playing perspective, yeah, they're quite versatile. I mean, with a little bit of imagination, there's a lot you can play on there. I mean, I could probably sit here for a good length of time and play you lots of things. But from a beginner's perspective, if you was thinking about learning to play an instrument, a stringed instrument in this case, the 3-string guitar, with it being tuned to an open key, you've got straight away a chord. So you can play that, and then with one finger on the 5th fret and one on the 7th, they're the root chords for a 12-bar blues or some rock and roll. And they're the basis, bands like Status Quo with the 3-chord trick songs, that's the sort of chord progression they'd use. So from a beginner's point of view, I think this would be a lot easier to learn to play than a 6-string.
And so these guitars, this is just a hobby that you just do for yourself,
at the moment,
yeah?
Yeah, I still work full time. I do make these and I obviously take them to festivals. I don't make a big point of trying to advertise them to sell them, but they are for sale if people are interested. I tend to like people come and have a look. I don't sell them online or anything like that. It's just point of meet up wherever we may be, a festival. So from a price point, I mean, I can make them from £100, and then obviously depending if somebody wanted a specific remit, we could do it to suit. But I vary things like pickups. This pickup, for instance, would be £90 to buy. That would reflect in the end cost of the guitar, etc. These pickups, the pair were about £30, so you can see the difference, like, you know. And obviously this would be a little bit more than that, like. But the good thing about them, they all have their own unique and individual sounds. This one has a selector switch, so you can.
Well, Gary, thanks for showing us your van.
Yeah,
thanks
you're welcome.
for showing us and playing your instruments as well.
You're welcome, mate.
Much
Thank you.
appreciated. Thank you, mate.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Lovely, thank you, mate. Cheers.
So once again, many thanks to Gary for showing us around his van and also showing us his musical instruments as well. Now, next up, we meet someone called Teigh-Anne. And Teigh-Anne actually works in the wellness centre. She does laughter therapy, things like that. But she also performs as well on the acoustic stage. And I've met her before. I met her at another event. And she said, Steve, and you know, I sent her some pictures before, and she said, I've never had a good recording of one of my sets, so I did her a favour and recorded her full set. But what I'm going to play for you now is just a little excerpt, I think the last song that she did on her set. So this is Teigh-Anne at the acoustic stage.
Thank you very much. Have I got time for my last one? Yeah, this is the last one. It's called the Laughter Lose song. So if you've ever been to my laughter sessions, you'll know of this one. This is the reason that I do laughter yoga, or not the yoga, I do laughter workshops in the healing area, blah, blah, blah. Everyone forgets. I teach them a routine, do it daily, but people forget. So I thought, right, I need to do something to make them remember. So I illustrated a poster, and I thought I'll just do a little rhyme. They can put it on their toilet door, they'll remember. That turned into me learning the ukulele, writing a song that I play at the end of my sessions, and now I'm going to do it now for you. It's called the Laughter Lose song because I teach people to laugh on a daily basis. Well, it doesn't have to be daily. While you're having a poo. Oh, you forgot. How very dare you. Right. Have a chuckle while you eat, unlock your inner pharmacy. And while you're laying in the bath, take 2 minutes to laugh, laugh, Thank you very much. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Andy.
And that was Teigh-Anne, and I think her favourite colour is yellow because she has a yellow car and she has a yellow caravan as well. And she wears a lot of yellow. I'll put some, a link down in the description below if you want to find out more about Teigh-Anne. She does the laughter workshops as well. So as far as the acoustic stage is concerned, and also people that are on the main stage, because this is YouTube, it's quite awkward for me to record any of the artists and put them on YouTube because of the copyright strikes. So when we have somebody who does their own original material, it's easier for me to put that on. So that's it for coming here at Humber Campfest. What were my thoughts about it? Is it a thumbs up? Yes, definitely a thumbs up, because it's a meeting. You're meeting Vanlife people, and you know, Vanlife people, when they get together, it's good, it's fantastic. There's no problems. Everybody gets on. They've all got stories to tell. You end up mingling and chatting with everybody, and everybody's happy to show them your vans if you want to have a look. And this event, Humber Campfest, hope it goes on from strength to strength. Like I say, the place where this is, the Winterton Showground, there is plenty of space for it to grow and get bigger and bigger. So that's it for me for this week. It's time to move on and get back on the road. And where I'm going to be next week, well, stay tuned and find out. Once again, many thanks for tuning in. Many thanks for watching. If you give this video a thumbs up, a like, and if you could subscribe to the channel as well, it'd be much appreciated. Doesn't cost anything. Just subscribe to the channel. It just helps it out. Once again, many thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.